What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on Peg City Hockey. Now, before we jump into this recap reaction, I just wanted to say, because it's a story that hits home for me, and I really implore people that don't know a lot about this subject matter to learn more and educate themselves, because I truly believe that's how we heal as people, is learning and from past mistakes and growing to be better humans. They found potentially another 93 graves near a former residential school in Williams Lake, British Columbia, Canada today. Just keeps adding on to that already massive amount of unidentified graves, and it's just so tragic and heartbreaking. And I just think this is a really dark part of Canada's history that needs to be brought to the light every time stuff like this breaks. So I share with you guys the links down in the description below, the Indian Residential School Survivor Act and all that. You can go down there and learn more about that. I will also link the CDC story to this breaking news that happened earlier today, so you can educate yourselves more, learn about this, and then we can all try to heal together as a country and grow from these horrible mistakes that we've made in the past. And yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I don't like to get too political. I don't really think this is political. It's just something that's very important to me, and I really implore people to go and learn about it when they don't have the education or the knowledge that they should have about this horrible part of Canada's history. So with all that being said, let's jump into the recap reaction. God, this was a fun game, but it wasn't a fun game. What was it like? I feel like that's the best way that I could describe that, and how you would describe that as Jets fans, is this was fun, but it wasn't fun because we lost. And kind of like what we've seen in the past on that road trip, we played elements of a complete period, but still can't play a complete game. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Recap Reactions for Game 39 out of 82 for the Winnipeg Jets 2021-2022 season, where they fall to the Florida Panthers, the #1 team, or one of the #1 teams in the NHL, by a score of 5-3 in a very entertaining matchup that had so much goal scoring. I believe that there were 7 goals scored, 5 goals scored in that first period. Insane. Really fun game to watch. Even though the Jets didn't win, we had a lot of positives to look at from the youth side of things, but we also had a lot of negatives as well, because the Jets are on a 4-game losing streak. So even in a game like this where they're going to get a lot of goals and they're going to look good, in reality, it doesn't make a difference when everyone still kind of plays like crap for the majority of the game. So we're going to get into it and talk about what I thought were the standouts and what I thought, for the good and bad of each of the standouts, I guess I should say. And I got to start off with the good, and that is the legend in the making in Cole Perfetti. This man is going to be a stud in the NHL. He is insane. This was his first ever multi-point game at the NHL level. He had 2 points today, 2 assists. He assisted a beautiful pass on that Kyle Connor goal, as well as I should add that Dylan Sandberg recorded his second NHL assist, getting the secondary assist on the first goal of the game for the Winnipeg Jets. A really beautifully placed backhanded shot by Kyle Connor for his 23rd of the season. Dylan Sandberg, like I said, with his second assist, and that was Cole Perfetti's first ever NHL assist. He gets his second in this game as well. That was a great play, and that line in general was great because it's got Cole Perfetti on it, and Kyle Connor and Pierre-Luc Dubois, our best players. And it's still not the first line. Don't ask me why. Either way, this game just has, like I said, it's good and bad. But when the Jets right now, I feel like that's all the best we're going to get, especially against a top-tier team like Florida. You got to give a little and get a little. We saw some improved play with the youth. We saw some youth get some opportunities, and that's always great. Cole Perfetti playing good, that's awesome. And another guy that I got to give a massive amount of credit to is Poganski. Poganski has been kind of, in my opinion, a little overrated the last couple of games. I didn't like that he was in on that third line over Evgeny Svechnikov the other night. Evgeny Svechnikov was confirmed to be a healthy scratch, so that just angered me because of its injury. Who cares? Poganski has deserved an opportunity at this point. Him and Reichel, I think, are pretty, even though, it's a coin toss if you're asking me on who should play between those two. And I like Poganski and I like Reichel. But over Svechnikov, you're smoking if you think that Svechnikov is not even an arguably top 6 guy with how he's been proven, right? He can play anywhere in your lineup, and he's been very good for us, so I didn't like that. But Poganski tonight was everywhere. He was doing a lot of forechecking, he was crashing the net well, he had a lot of good looks. In that first period, the bottom 6 was flying out there, and Poganski just had a really nice composure to his game. He looked like he was almost being like this chaotic presence that Florida couldn't control at times, but was still somehow grounded and really in control of his own path and his own game. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he did it perfectly tonight. He didn't get a point, and he was a -1, but I don't think that really matters. I really liked his game tonight, and I'm curious to see how he's going to develop with our system. He's an interesting player with the sense that we brought him over last season for the taxi squad, I believe, or was it this season we brought him over? Either way, we don't know a lot about him. He's more of a newer face than the Moose roster. I am quite excited to see how he's going to, transition, potentially being between the NHL and the Moose now, if he's going to become more of a taxi squad guy for us. Either way, I like his game, and I'm excited to see how he's going to further with the rest of the Winnipeg Jets this season, because I don't think the Jets are making the playoffs. I've said that in the last couple of videos, and I think tonight kind of reassures that idea. I know they played really good against a top-tier team, but to win games against top-tier teams like Florida, you have to be consistent, and the Jets tonight were not consistent. They didn't lead this game at all, and there's a reason why, because they were playing catch-up all the time. They would make a mistake, and then Florida would make a mistake, but then tonight, unlike other nights, they were able to capitalize, and that was the really key aspect of this game, was that the Jets tonight were finally able to get some goals going, and then when the Jets do that, that's when they play their best. The Jets need to score goals, and a lot of them, to actually play well as an entire team, I've noticed this season. It's a really weird trend, but nonetheless, it seems to work for them. They played a good game tonight, but again, when you're playing catch-up, and you're still playing good, even though you're trying to catch up to a lead, doesn't really matter. The Jets don't get a point tonight against a team that they needed to get at least show up against a little bit, and to an extent, they did show up. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to, in my opinion, why the Jets lost this game was collapsing. Every time Florida had a turnover, the Jets turned over the puck, Florida would pressure in the Jets' end, and they would collapse every time. I saw so much hate on Ville Heinola tonight. He was a -2, and whatever. You can complain about him. I'm just going to go out there on a limb. Every single defenseman was ass tonight. Every single one of them. So, yeah, Ville Heinola wasn't that good today. Is he a bad player? Is he a bad prospect? Hell no. I saw so much of that online and through the community and the fan base that it was just so stupid to me, because it's like you want to see these young kids succeed. I don't care what anyone says about whether or not they should be in the lineup now or later. When a young player comes into your lineup, you want to see them succeed, especially when they're a first-round draft pick. No one wants to watch Ville Heinola fail, but saying he sucked tonight when every defenseman was pretty bad, I would say there was not a single standout, and everyone looked really mediocre and kind of trashy for parts of the game. At least every defenseman looked like trash, at least for one or longer shifts, I would say, throughout for every period. They were bad. Like, it was just consistently mediocre and bad for the defense tonight. And we lost a game where, you have a high-octane offense in Florida. They're going to pressure you with goals. They've got so much talent up there. You gotta have tight defense, and the Jets just collapsed tonight. They had lost their players, they weren't protecting the net well, and that brings me to the presence of the net. Connor Hellebuyck, get control of your damn rebounds, and also, stop playing the puck! I can't express this enough. The man is awful at playing the puck. Awful! He brings nothing to the team when he plays the puck. It's like having no one back there. It's like actually having a 6-on-4, it feels like. Like, it feels like even worse than that. Like a 6-on-3. Like, it just feels like everything around the Jets just fails, and we're going to move back to Atlanta when Hellebuyck fucking comes out and plays the puck. And it's terrible. I hate it. I despise it. He's a fantastic goaltender, but the rebound control has been killing him this season, and playing the puck is his kryptonite. And I don't know why he puts himself out there in bad situations, because he's not going out there and just being unlucky playing the puck. He's going out there when he's getting pressured on both sides of him by Florida players, where they've already beaten out the Jets defenseman in that race behind the net. Why play the puck? I don't understand it. It bothers me, but again, that's maybe just me, but I know a lot of it bothers you too. I don't understand it. He's so much better than this. I just don't know why he keeps going down to this level and making these basic mistakes. Like, he's a Vezina winner, most wins in for an American goaltender ever. Like, come on, man, get your shit together. We need Hellebuyck to have any chance at saving the season, even though I don't think it's past the point of saving. I do think it's past the point of saving, I should say. Either way, it's very, very frustrating to see that happen. Because he's such a good goaltender, and he just puts himself in these bad situations where he's getting scored on because he's making a dumb decision and going out of his net. Like, just Hellebuyck, stop on behalf of all the Jets fans around the world, NFL and NHL included. Oh, God. Fuck, just talking about that, I'm just getting, like, Vietnam flashbacks in my head of all these goals tonight. Just terrible. But other than that, I liked this game. I thought there was improved play. I didn't like this game because there were elements where we didn't have improved play. It's a weird one, and I bet you guys feel the same way because, yeah, it was exciting. We scored some goals. We played, at par at some points, I guess you could say, or at least kept it close with the number 1, number 2, whatever team in the NHL. I don't know the standings off the top of my head right now, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy this wasn't a blowout. I'm upset that we lost because we kept it close and we choked it away in that third period like we have for a while. Improved, but not improved enough, right? Mediocre is just the way that we kind of just stay, and it sucks because we have the skill. We just cannot put it together. So many missed opportunities, so many missed shots, so many missed passes, miscommunicated plays. The list goes on. Bad penalties, too. That Pionk penalty with like a minute 26, it's a weak call because the ref, whatever, but at the same time, it was a penalty, so I digress. I wish the Jets won this game. I really was thinking for a while there I was going to be able to finally talk about a win, and I was so excited again. But yeah, what can you do? Jets lose. 4-game losing streak is now ensuing, potentially 5. We play Thursday against the Vancouver Canucks. That's going to be a fun game for me. And then we'll also play St. Louis in another matinee at 12. I will be live streaming the St. Louis game, so turn on notifications if you haven't already. Subscribe regardless of the team that you root for. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers before Saturday, or let's get so close to it that we hit it on Saturday, because that would be really cool to hit 2,000 subscribers with all of you guys in chat. So I will see you all on Thursday with the recap reaction. I'm working on some more videos. They'll be coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Please go down and check out the First Nations links to the residential schools. Like I said at the start of this video, it's a very important subject matter to me, and yeah, I really think that's an important part for all of us to learn and heal from. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Peace, love, and positivity to all you beautiful people out there in this world. I will see you again very, very soon. Have a great rest of your night, and go Jets go.